Hello my beauties, welcome back to my channel. Donella here. Now I know I did not have an upload last week because I had a little problem. I think I actually posted a photo on my Instagram last week and I just gave a brief explanation telling you guys I had some equipment problems and I'll be back real soon. So here I am, you know, it's the return of the Mac. I'm here, I'm back. But I also wanted to extend a big thank you to everybody who extended birthday wishes to me. You know, I recently celebrated my birthday and it was really a relaxing day because last year I kind of went all the way out, and this year I just felt like I wanted something that was relaxing, something that was calming, something that was just not so extra like I did last year. So I just want to take this time out and extend a big thank you to those of you who took time out of your busy day and sent me a birthday wish slash greeting slash message, whatever you want to call it. It did not go unnoticed. I really do appreciate all of the love I received on my birthday. Now let's just head straight into what this video is about. Now I know a lot of women of color or dark-skinned women actually suffer from that upper lip dark area, or some people call it a mustache. I don't know. I mean, because I've been heckled about it a few times. People will say, "Girl, you got a mustache." I do not have a mustache. Anyway, it's not something that it's not something that can actually be cured. You know, if you have dark skin, you do have a bit more melanin in your skin, and then there's hyperpigmentation, so the upper lip area would always be darker than the rest of your body. I mean, and then of course, you know, everybody's noticed the outermost part or the perimeter of your face is much darker than the inner portion of your face. It's just something that we have to deal with as a dark-skinned woman or a woman of color. But thank God, you know, he gave man knowledge and he gave us all these things that we can use to try to eliminate or diminish or at least cover up those areas until we get home and we wash all of this off. So without further rambling, let me just head straight into this tutorial. Now to save time on this video, I've already applied my eyebrows, my lashes and eyeshadow, and I've already primed my face. Now the first thing you want to do, of course, is to get yourself an orange corrector that suits not only your complexion but also your undertone. Now the majority of dark-skinned women or women of color would most likely use an orange corrector that is this shade. Now there are some persons that may run a bit lighter and you want to go for a corrector that actually suits your complexion. So if you're dark skin like me or even darker, then you would use a corrector that looks like this. If you want to somewhere between like the medium skin tone, of course, you know, you'd have to use an orange corrector that's a bit more maybe on the peachy side. And then, you know, according to your undertone, you may actually have to use a yellow corrector. I know there are some dark skinned women because they have a certain type of undertone, they have to use yellow correctors. So I'm going to take my orange corrector here from LA Girl, and the first thing I'm going to do is just apply, well, the first thing I need to do is actually get some up on the brush tip like this, and then I'm just going to apply it around the areas where I'm trying to conceal, which is right here on my upper lip, and go all the way around to my bottom lip area as well. And then just try to conceal some of these acne scars that I recently got. But don't worry, you know, God gave man knowledge and they invented things like these to help us look as best as we can. So you're going to just cover up the areas with as much orange corrector as you can. Well, not too much. Now usually I would go in with my beauty blender right after this, but then I find using my fingertip works a bit better because I feel like the beauty blender somewhat moves the corrector around a bit. So I would start off by using my finger first. Well, the first thing I need to do is get myself a mirror. I start off using my finger first and just blend it out using my finger as much as I can with my finger, and then I would go in with my beauty blender afterwards. And after I've blended it out as much as I can with my finger, then I'll go in with my damp beauty blender and blend it out even more, because you don't want the orange to come through your foundation, so you want to make it look as neat as possible. So take your damp beauty blender. Now you can wet it with just regular water. If you have MAC Fix Plus, you can also wet it with MAC Fix Plus, because you know the Fix Plus is going to actually set it in place and it won't move around underneath your foundation, or move around when you try to apply your foundation, I should say. Now after I've applied my corrector, as you can see, it's already fading away the look of that upper lip mustache, or whatever you want to call it. And I usually like to allow my corrector to sit on my face just for a few minutes, maybe a minute or two. It just depends on if I'm in a rush or not, just so that, you know, it blends in with my skin a bit more. I mean, I think everybody should understand what I'm saying. Like, kind of like when you're doing your highlight and you don't actually go in right after you apply the concealer, you kind of let it sit on your face and kind of melt in, you know, just a bit, and then you would blend it out. So that's the same procedure I do whenever I'm applying my corrector. I would just allow it to sit on my face just for a minute or two, and then I would apply my foundation. So I'm just allowing my foundation to warm up a bit on my hand while my corrector is here. Ooh. Y'all know that Becca primer is like, it just snatch the life out of your face, like snatch every piece of oil out of your face. So what I actually have over here looking. Anyway, I'm just going to dab on my favorite foundation here right now. Oh, this one is from Black Opal. This is their True Color foundation. And I'm just going to put, like, what are these called? Dots? Yeah, dots. Around my face. I'm just going to blend my foundation. And then I'm just going to take my Real Technique foundation brush and just blend my foundation out. Now I know some persons are usually used to this motion whenever you're applying your foundation, but I like to use the stippling motion. I feel like I get more coverage out of my foundation whenever I do this motion versus wiping it. I feel like I'm moving the product around whenever I'm doing this wiping motion. So now you don't have to do it if you're comfortable with doing the circular motion like this, and that's fine. This is just something I do. So after you've completed that step, there's one more thing that you must do. Well, this is a step that is absolutely optional, but for me, because I have oily skin, I feel like I need to do this step right after, because I feel like whenever I sweat, especially in this area, my T-zone area, then, you know, things start to get slippery and slidey and things start to reveal themselves. So I like to do this step right after I've applied my foundation. Now you would need a concealer that has like a full coverage concealer. If you're comfortable with using something like that, I like something that's more on the creamier side, so I usually use the LA Girl concealers, and this one is actually in Toast. Now this does run a bit neutral, but for some reason I actually do get it to work for me. It works in my favor whenever I want it to. It does whatever I want it to, I should say. And then I just make sure that I put enough over this area. And then, of course, I'm going to take my beauty blender and blend that out once more. And voila, my mustache is hidden. It's gone forever. Well, at least until I take this look off. And of course, you know, after you've completed those steps, you just go ahead and slay the rest of your face. Now, there is one thing I forgot to mention. If you have excessive upper lip here, then I would definitely suggest getting a wax before you take any of these steps. Do not shave. Trust me, do not shave. As somebody who went and did the shaving procedure, do not shave. Trust me. I went and did the shaving thing once, and it's probably the worst, or probably maybe the second worst, because I do have one that is number one. Anyway, the second worst decision in my life, because the morning after, I woke up with, like, you know, these little razor bumps on the top of my lip, and everybody was wondering, you know, like, she has some kind of disease or something. You know, people run from you when you have things on your mouth, because, you know, everybody's thinking that you have some kind of disease. Then we'll ever think, oh, you know, it's probably just a razor bump. Nobody's ever going to think like that. People are going to think that you have a disease. So trust me when I say this, do not use a razor on your upper lip. Do some waxing. Now, I know some persons probably might have an allergic reaction to the wax, because when I first wax my eyebrows. I remember I had these little bumps the following morning, and then, you know, over time, as I kept doing it and doing it and doing it, you know, eventually my skin got used to the wax, and I no longer have that type of reaction. Basically it for this beauty hack. If you appreciated this video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up on your way out, and if you have not already subscribed to my channel, please be sure to click that subscribe button on your way out. And please don't forget to follow me on all my social media handles. I'm on Instagram, I'm on Twitter, and of course I'm on Snapchat. Follow me, I'll follow you back. Thank you so much for joining me for this video. Until my next upload, I'll talk to you guys real soon. As always, bye bye.